Carl, you have 2 wins this season. Looking for your career sweep, third career sweep this weekend at Richmond. One of those came in April. Another win, extra 3 bonus points. Yeah. Maybe open up talking about how important those 3 bonus points could be towards your chase total.
Yeah, so I'm very familiar with how important each point is. So we definitely want to win this race, get some points. But really, we talked about a lot this week. This place is so much fun with the tire and this downforce package and the surface. Even out there in practice right now, I mean, you're just sliding all over the place, sideways, searching for grip. It's a really, really fun racetrack. So I had a blast here in the spring. It was exactly the kind of race and the kind of the cars drove the way that I really enjoy. So I'm looking forward to this race. It should be fun.
Excellent. Open up for questions to Carl. If you have a question, please raise your hand and state your name and affiliation when called upon. We'll start with Claire and then go with Nick.
Claire B. Lang, Sirius XM NASCAR Radio. Carl, can you talk about the feeling of pressure once the chase starts, how it changes your life or, the nervousness, the thoughts you have?
So one of the neatest things about this sport, the thing that shocked me the most, I guess, once I got into the Cup Series, just how much pressure there always is. For everybody on the team. As a driver, I mean, the first time I was involved in a chase battle was 2005, trying to make the chase here. And that race, I can still remember very specific details about that race. It seemed like it took about a year. It was a huge amount of pressure just to make it in. Now, with the chase format that we have, we've got this race for a lot of guys is huge pressure. Then 3 races from now, all of us are going to feel it. And 3 races from that, and 3. I mean, there are a lot of very important parts, very important races that are coming up, and it's really fun. I mean, it's neat. Sometimes when I feel all that pressure, I think, man, there's really nothing else in my life that makes me feel this way. It's pretty cool to have the opportunity to have something that you care about that much. So we enjoy it. We're looking forward to it, and hopefully we can use it to our advantage.
Okay, we'll go with Nick here in the center.
Nick DeGroot, Motorsport.com. Carl, you had a great battle with Kyle earlier this year here. I was just wondering, if you were in that same position again with Kyle, would you have any reservations about making the same move?
Oh, man. I was just thinking, I can still feel Coach Gibbs' presence right here from last time I was sitting here after the race. Kyle and I talked. We actually talked about it last night. Denny was nice enough to give me a ride here, and we joked around about it a little bit. But, I think right now both of us having wins, I think we all know that right now this is an opportunity for us to go race, have as much fun as we can, race each other as hard as we possibly can. So I don't know. I know if we're put in a position and the roles are reversed, I know exactly what to expect tomorrow night. But I plan on racing as hard as I can for the victory.
Go Woody, then Brent, and then jump in the back.
Woody Kane with MRN. Carl, I was just curious, the years that you've been in the chase, what things have you learned from it that you'll take into this year's battle?
I've learned a lot. I've had the opportunity to be in some really good chase battles, and I think everyone's learned a lot. I think everyone's, I guess, their thinking and their strategies have evolved. I mean, everyone is prepared. When we start at Chicago, everyone is going to get every single position, every point, really lunge for those wins. I guess the most notable thing that I've learned is how easy it is to falter, how easy it is to make a mistake and fall out. So you can't relax for a minute. You got to go 100%.
We'll come up to the front here with Brent and then in the back.
I think you kind of touched on what I was going to ask. Has Brant James, USA Today, has a book developed how to manage this new chase, especially the early rounds?
Now, there are a bunch of things you have to do right. I mean, but the thing with a 3-round chase, or a 3-race round, is that one mistake, one problem, one penalty, that it can really set you back. I mean, it's very easy to screw it up. I guess so I don't know if there's a book on how to do, exactly how to do it, other than don't make mistakes. Don't put yourself in a hole. I think that's the key, especially these early rounds. It's very easy to fall out. I mean, we saw some really good cars out after the first round last year.
Is that tough to, I guess, mentally get your head around? It could be a super long campaign, and then
right.
$5 thing breaks, and then someone wrecks you because they're mad and your season's over.
Right, yeah, you have to be you have to be prepared. And I mean, it's interesting. NASCAR has they found a way to take a very long season full of very long races and then condense it down into a real sprint. I mean, it goes by in a flash, those 3 race rounds. So, we found ourselves last year at Phoenix, we were 1 lap from going back green, having a chance to try to put ourselves in that final round at Homestead. The rain came and we were done. And I could go back even in that race and the 2 races before that, and I could find a couple points that we should have gotten, and it would have gave us a chance to race for the championship. So it's just so easy to give it away, but that's what makes it fun. I mean, you got to really be perfect, and everybody else is trying hard.
Sir?
Carl, Mark Davis here from NBC 12 in Richmond. Dale Jr. announcing he's going to be out for the rest of the season. Just want to get your thoughts on that, and how much stronger is your sport with him behind the wheel on the track with you guys every week?
Well, I think, I got to say that I'm really impressed with how Dale has handled this whole thing. I don't think anybody in the sport loves auto racing more than Dale Jr. For him to step out and do the right thing, regardless of what people might think, that takes a lot of strength. And the other thing I've been really impressed with is just how involved he's been, even being out of it. He's let people see what's going on. He's come to the track. I got the chance to see him at Watkins Glen. I mean, he's still really involved. So I feel like Dale Jr. will be in our sport. Hopefully he's back in a car as soon as he wants to. I feel like he's going to be a big part of our sport for a long time. I haven't talked to him about it personally, but I just get that feeling.
Tom?
Hi, Carl. Tom Jensen, FoxSports.com. We've seen penalties play a big role this year. Got a couple guys who don't get to pick pit stalls this weekend.
Yeah, I had to sit for 15 minutes there. So
yeah. Do you think that's going to play a factor in the chase this year? Is somebody going to get hit with a penalty that maybe knocks them out?
I think I know for me personally, I haven't talked to many people about it in depth, but seeing the 31 cars penalty and realizing, whoa, that could affect literally your entire season. A penalty like that, I think that got my attention. We're pushing everything. Everybody pushes every little thing as far as they can. I mean, down to pit road speeds. We talked about it this week about trying hard to get more time on pit road and trying to. But man, it's NASCAR's doing a really thorough job right now of making sure you don't step out of the box, and so you got to really be careful.
Gentleman in the back.
Carl, Sean Robertson, CBS affiliate here in Richmond. You mentioned how important those 3 bonus points will be tomorrow night, but in your situation, already in the chase, is this a race where you kind of tinker with some things as you prepare for the chase, or are you going full bore, all out for the win?
No, it's a really good question. We're going to go out. There's a couple things I still want to try. From the driver's seat, just a couple of little things, kind of some housekeeping stuff, and I'm going to push it a little bit tomorrow night. We're going to just go out there and really push hard, try to get every little bit, and we talked about the penalties and stuff. This race tomorrow night is one. It's really the last time we can afford to have any mistakes. So just kind of try to play loose a little bit and go for it, and hopefully it gets us a win. But yeah, this is the last one without all the pressure, so we're gonna have some fun.
Okay, any final questions for Carl? One more. Can we right here, Craig?
But it's with the Richmond Times-Dispatch, Carl. How important, or at least when you're racing in a race like this, you got guys on the bubble and drivers on the bubble who are trying to push to get there. Where's the line, I guess, for somebody who might be on the bubble, and then for other people who are already in, and not to push it too hard, I guess, and run the night? I
know how important this race is. I just got through saying how much we're going to have some fun, and we don't have a lot of pressure. But for some guys, this is their whole season, everything they've worked for. So I'll definitely be conscious of that. You don't want to mess up anybody's season. But it'll be kind of fun to watch that during the race. Watch what people do and how hard they go, and that'll be entertaining. And but yeah, we definitely don't want to mess them up. Those guys are racing for everything.
Great, thank you, Carl.
Thank you, guys.
Good luck this weekend.